Talk. I am your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA, and this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. Stay tuned. Peace, and welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast. This is the Cultural Variety Podcast Show, and I'm your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA, and this is our Cultural Variety Podcast. How y'all doing today? As you can see, I'm rubbing that good via aftershave into the beard. I want to smell good. It's the end of the year 2022. And this is the weekend, man. You know, this is Friday night. I'm sorry, it's Saturday, right? My bad. It's Saturday night, and we just gonna have a good time. How are y'all doing? A lot of y'all is probably at home chilling, doing something that is safe and fun, and getting quality time to either chill with yourself, chill with your wife, your husband, your family, or with your friends. You know what I'm saying? But you're having a peaceful night tonight. So may you all have positive energy, enjoy whatever you're doing at home. And for those that are out at the clubs, man, make sure you are smiling. Make sure you are enjoying yourself. Make sure you are being attentive to each other and not just to your cell phones. You know what I'm saying? Have positive interaction. And, if you're having a small drink or whatnot, make sure everybody's just having a splendid time. That's what I would say on a night like tonight, being that it's New Year's Eve. Give me one moment. There we go. Well, yeah, we got a good show lined up. We're just going to go ahead and talk about, a lot of different things that happen in entertainment news. Also, I want to hear from y'all, man. What you doing? Go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know what you're doing, how you're doing it, how you're feeling. Are you enjoying yourself? We definitely want to hear a lot of humor. If you got any jokes, whatever, say what you want to say. Do what you want to do. But we definitely happy to have you here supporting Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast Show. No doubt. So tell me what's on y'all's mind on a scale of not feeling good versus feeling good. Let me know where you at. Are you in between? Are you feeling good? Are you not feeling so good? I know during this time, a lot of people get to thinking about, lost friends and family, man. And, I would say that definitely reflect and, definitely understand that you got to move on, you know what I'm saying? And take all the good things that you've learned through those interactions and those relationships with your peoples, man, and keep going. Because that's exactly what they will want for you, is to keep pushing ahead, keep striving, keep being the best that you can be. I heard my phone go off, and I'm just looking for it, but it's too far away for me to go grab while we're in the studio right now. But just give me one moment. Okay. I got a guest that's going to be on tonight, so I got to send her the link as well. And so I'm going to do that. Give me one moment. Bear with me. There we go. Just letting the queen know that which link to use. So that she could appear in the show. But so how's y'all's year been? Go ahead and let me know. Leave a comment. We're just gonna give y'all a few minutes to go ahead and pop in on the show. And we're live on YouTube. We're not on Facebook Live tonight, one of our other platforms that we appear on. You know, they acting real janky right now, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I took a photo of some edibles, man, and they just straight locked me out for 7 days. I thought that was cold-blooded. Do they still use the word cold-blooded, people? Do that? That's what we used to use back in the day. We used to go cold-blooded. You know, y'all still use that word? Or y'all just say cap and no cap? You know, I'm a wise man, so I had to learn cap and no cap not too long ago. All right, so we're going to just do one more minute here. Go ahead and log in. This is Coffee Talk Podcast, a cultural variety podcast show. This is our end of the year 2022. We're going to get started. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything, you know. So definitely hold on tight. Let me just make sure. Okay, give me one moment. This is what I'm going to do. Being that we are live, I'm going to go ahead and put you on a 30-second commercial break. And I'll be right back. How about that? Welcome back to Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show. And I am your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA. And this is our cultural variety podcast show. No doubt. I do apologize that we are live. And I thought we would be ready. But we're all right. You know, I know y'all still getting ready to go out, if you're out. And those that are at home, you know how it is. This is live. And this is why you support new media, because you get everything live. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to deal with no fake shit. You get everything live. But yeah, we're going to definitely go into our show. We're going to do one more minute. I'm just trying to make sure our guests appear. So I'm waiting on that. Let's see, is that working right there? All right, I'm going to just do wait for the queen. Give her one more minute. If you're watching the show, just go ahead and hit that link that I sent you. There's a new link that I sent you to enter the virtual studio. And all the people that are popping into the show, thank you for supporting the show. Go ahead and let me know what you're doing tonight. What club you at? Are you at the crib? Where did you eat? I know a lot of people like to eat a nice dinner on New Year's. You know, what did you eat tonight? Did you have any vegetables? Did y'all have any fruit? Yeah. All right. So we're going to give me 20 seconds, y'all, and then we're going to go ahead and start this show. I'm going to check in with the queen one more time here. Okay. She says it's not working. All right. So we're going to have to just get with the queen next time. Yeah. Sometimes I'm learning that when I have guests, I got to make sure they can get into the studio probably a couple hours ahead of time when it comes to these shows. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and just keep it moving. We're going to talk about 2022. How was y'all's 2022? You know, a lot of people, a lot of things was going on in celebrity news. We lost a lot of people, not just in celebrity news, but in our personal lives. We've lost a lot of people. But we're not going to start off with nothing that has to do with being sad. We're going to talk about things that's going to, keep us moving like we're supposed to, right? No doubt. So that's definitely what we're going to do. We'll start with this, and we're just going to jump around. First of all, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion drama. What's y'all's thoughts on that? Tory Lanez has been found guilty with his little situation with Megan Thee Stallion, where allegedly she was shot in the foot. First, it started off, she stepped on glass. That was her own words. Then she was shot in the foot, whatever. I've heard so many different stories pertaining to it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't follow it as much, but stories kept coming in. I heard one case where Tory Lanez's hands or fingerprints was not on the gun. So I don't know, but I do know that they did find that young man to be guilty of assault charges pertaining to having a gun and all that, and he's facing like 22 years. So, I don't know what's going on with that story other than what we all saw, right? Megan Thee Stallion changed her story several times. We do know that, right? That's not alleged. We do know that, right? If we've been following a little bit of the story. And so what's y'all's thoughts on that? Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what your thoughts are as far as that goes. Megan Thee Stallion is probably going to go on and make another song or whatever. And this young man is facing 22 years, So what's y'all's thoughts on that? And why is hip hop? I mean, I know there's people controlling hip hop. We all know that as far as record labels go. But why is there so much? Every week there's a new drama. There's so many industry plants in the industry, and I'm just gonna say a few of them that you notice, like the Charleston Whites, all the Whack 100s, all these different characters, and all they do is talk about negative shit like every day in entertainment. Negative shit. Who's a snitch? Who's this? Who's that? And what's funny to me is, I love podcasts. I watch podcasting like most of y'all probably watch, sports or business news or whatever. But I like podcasts. You know what I'm saying? So and sometimes I watch the brother Vlad TV. Big shout out to Vlad. And I always think about how these celebrities be talking about no snitching, yet they get on all these different shows. They tell you the whole story, who did what, and this and the third. And so, that's just funny to me. But, what is your thoughts on Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion? Again, this is Coffee Talk Podcast, a cultural variety podcast show. This is our end of the year 2022 show. So we're going to just jump around. Don't just get stuck here. We're going to keep it pushing. Let's go ahead and talk about, and I apologize, my chair is acting up, but it ain't going to stop our show. But let's talk about the notable celebrities that did pass in 2022, without, being sensitive, and if you are sensitive, I can't tell you how to mourn, but, but we're here to have a good time tonight. But I just want to tip my hat and show my respects and gratitude to these pioneers in entertainment and their diplomatic nature, whatnot, and acting and politics and whatnot. But we lost in 2022, Mr. Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier was a great actor. I loved him in Uptown Saturday Night with Bill Cosby. And the other one, let me think what it was. I don't want to cheat and go look for it, but it was Uptown Saturday Night and Let's Do It Again. Two great shows that star Sidney Poitier and Bill Cosby. If you have not seen the movie, I'm sure you can get it for free. Go ahead and go into YouTube and watch the movie. It's a comedy. It's great. One of my favorite comedy movies. It's probably in my top 5. I was gonna say top 10, but no, that's not deserving enough. It would be my top 5 comedy movies. Let's do it again. But we lost Mr. Sidney Poitier in 2022. Rest in peace. We lost rapper Coolio. Remember Coolio? Did y'all used to go to little high school dances and when Coolio was out? Were some of y'all even born? What do you remember about Coolio, West Coast Coolio? Leave a comment. Speaking of Coolio, what do you think he would be remembered as far as being a pioneer in hip hop? Was he lyrical, do you think? Do you think he was lyrical, or what made him successful, other than that single he had out? Was he a one-hit wonder? I'm just asking. We're not being disrespectful to nobody. We're just asking these questions. Let me see. Peace to you, Mark Kemp. Thank you for joining the show. Okay. So you're saying Bill Cosby, Heat of the Night? Are you sure? What was that? That might have been the old school Heat of the Night. I have to do my homework on that because I'm thinking it's a different actor that played in Heat of the Night. But I believe you're right. I believe you are correct. You said you used to watch Heat of the Night at your grandma's crib when you was in kindergarten. I bet you would just fall asleep. The first 5 minutes, you was into it and you would just fall asleep. That's how I was with the show MASH when I would go to my grandparents' house. You know what I mean? Oh, so Sydney was Tibbs. Okay. Yeah, I felt you was right about that. I would love to, go in the archives and find me a good episode and just check out his character. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I am familiar with him playing as Tibbs. Let's continue on. So we talking about Sidney Poitier. We also are talking about rapper Coolio is another artist, entertainer that passed in the year 2022. I don't remember the name of Coolio's song. I could do my homework, I guess, but my keyboard's not in. I don't feel like it. But if you know the song that Coolio had a hit for, let me know. And then I want to ask you, was Coolio lyrical? What made Coolio Coolio? You know what I mean? What made him stand out? We will remember him in hip hop history, musical history. I want to say Coolio was on the American Music Awards back then. The guy was big. He had a nice little run. But yeah, Coolio passed, and much respect to Coolio and his family. Another entertainer that passed this year in 2022 was Gilbert Gottfried, the comedian Gilbert Gottfried. Do you remember Gilbert Gottfried? He used to talk like this. Gilbert Gottfried. I'll tell you this. One of the movies that I remember Gilbert Gottfried in was How to Be a Player. Yeah, that was with the comedian. I forget his name. I just watched the movie. He played on Def Jam. What's that comedian's name? Well, anyway, How to Be a Player. Gilbert Gottfried was the guy that was at the front desk of this comedian guy who was being a player's crib, his penthouse. So, but that's the only thought I could really think of Gilbert Gottfried, other than that voice of his. He was really famous for his voice. He was funny. He was really a funny comedian. Bill Bellamy. Yeah, thank you. I'm getting old, and plus I've been sipping on this. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Can't give out too much free pub, right? All right, but listen, I just been rambling, started the show, and I know my fans are gonna get mad because generally on Coffee Talk Podcast we never start the show this way. So let's go ahead and get back to how we do things. Anyway, Welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast. And we never start the show without giving it its flavor as well as its wise words before we begin our show on this New Year's Eve 2022. Tonight's flavor is this. Tonight's flavor is mango margarita. That's right, mango margarita. It's a nice, cool little wine cooler. It has 12.5% alcohol. I don't do heavy alcohol no more. I'm a wise dude, as you can see with the wisdom in my beard. But I wanted to have a good time, and I'm sure you want to have a good time, and that's why you came to get the flavor tonight here at Coffee Talk Podcast. Let me know what you're sipping on tonight. Whether it's coffee, a smoothie, tea, wine, water, beer, whatever it is. But make sure you're enjoying yourself, and make sure when you come into our humble home, kick your feet up and enjoy the show. Coffee Talk Podcast, all right? But I chose mango margarita because of its nice taste. It gives me a nice smooth buzz. I know I got a nice smooth buzz right now. It has tequila with mango and lime juice. And what I really like about it is it's not overbearing, the lime juice, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely like that, but it's a nice taste. I would say which company it's from, but hey, like I said, I can't give out too much free pub, or they might even take it the wrong way. I'll show it to you real fast. How about that? You see that? All right, anyway. All right, and the wise words for tonight. The wise words is actually from a gentleman by the name of Sun Ra. And Sun Ra is an American jazz composer. That's right. His real name is Lisoni Ra. His real name is Born Herman Poole Blunt. He went by the stage name of Lisoni Ra or Sun Ra. He is an American jazz and jazz composer. He's a band leader. He's also a piano player. Sun Ra was born May 22nd, 1914. He went to the Essence May 30th, 1993. And this is his wise words here at Coffee Talk Podcast for tonight. His wise words is this. The possible has been tried and failed. Now it's time to try the impossible. This is Lisoni Ra, jazz composer, born May 22nd, 1914, went to the Essence May 30th, 1993, and he was from Birmingham, Alabama. One of his great works is called the Definitive 45s Collection. It's a collection of jazz music from 1951 to 1991, if you want to check that out. He also jumped on the jazz scene in Chicago back in the 1940s, just to give you a little bit of history on our wise words ancestor, Mr. Sun Ra, the great jazz composer. Well, that's what we do. That's what we do here at Coffee Talk Podcast, man. We like to go ahead and just give love, respect, honor to our people, our doctors, our lawyers, our scholars, our entertainers, our people. You know what I'm saying? Because the media today, the old media today, carries such a negative narrative on our people. You know what I'm saying? So when I say our people, I'm just talking about people that want to live righteously, that want to get informative news, that wants to have a good time. So, welcome to Coffee Talk Podcast, because we bring it to you 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and alternate Friday, Saturday nights. Mondays being our cultural night. Again, where we have poems, poetry. We may read a paragraph to you. We give you that reading rainbow effect. Remember reading rainbow? That's what birthed this show, Coffee Talk Podcast. Wednesday nights is our sports edition, and we are not your typical sports show. We don't care who won or lost. We like to talk about the different intricacies that go on behind the scenes in the world of sports. That's what we do on Wednesdays. And then, of course, Friday, Saturday nights is our social hour, where we like to just come and have fun, have a little bit of humor, laughter, guest, 10-question Q&A, and you follow me. Right? All right. Well, I felt like I was talking too much. So we're going to get back to the show. Going back to who we lost in 2022, we also lost one of my favorite actors, actor Ray Liotta. Am I saying that right? Some people call it Liotta, actor Ray Liotta. And you know, actor Ray Liotta played in Goodfellas, and he also played in Blow as the father with Johnny Depp. Two of my favorite movies. Definitely would be. Actually, I own both DVDs. That just to take it back, you know. I'm sure you could just go ahead and stream the movies now. But yeah, man, them movies were so great. He's such a great actor. I had to go out and purchase the DVDs. So I do have it in my personal library. Yeah, Ray Liotta. Let me know your thoughts on Ray Liotta passing. You know, great actor. What's your thoughts on him? What do you remember him from? This is Coffee Talk Podcast. We're going to go ahead and continue talking about who we also lost here in 2022. We also lost recently rapper Takeoff from the Migos. And I was a late bloomer coming to the understanding or the knowledge of the Migos when they was at their very height. What is that, about 4 years ago, maybe? Back when they were having their little situation with Joe Buttons, you know, in the MTV Awards or whatever. You know, the kids were telling me, they were like, man, the Migos is tight. So the first time I seen the Migos was during that altercation with Joe Budden during the interview. But then I started to just come across their singles, right? And I don't know where I was, but I heard the little hit song they had. What is it? Bad and Bougie? And Bad and Bougie. And Bad Bougie. And the way that brother was spitting, and when I say spit lyrically, the way he was rapping, man, I was like, these boys is bad. And so that's where I began listening to the Migos, man. Let me know, when did you start to listen to the Migos? Do you think they are in the top 10 of rap groups? Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Mark, what did you say over here? You said, I got my wisdom pulled, so I popped a perk and chilling watching your show. Man, I really appreciate that, Mark, man. Hey, thank you for the support, brother. Oh, man. You say you popped a perk, huh? Yeah, hey. Was the wisdom tooth kicking your ass where you had to go get it pulled? Or did you just go pull it because they told you to pull it? You know, I'm only asking because my grandmother always said, you know, don't mess with the wisdom teeth if they're not hurting you or in the way. You know, I had mine pulled some years ago, but yeah, man. Ooh-wee. Well, thank you for watching the show, man. I really appreciate that. Continuing on with 2022, we also lost actress Kirstie Alley. Do you remember Kirstie Alley from Cheers? Oh, man, she had the most beautifulest eyes. You know what I'm saying? Ooh-wee, she had some beautiful eyes, man. She had some almond-shaped eyes. Ooh, she was bad back then. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure all the actors was trying to get with her. But yeah, she was a beautiful chick, man. She actually, her and Ted Danson, it made the show, you know. Because other than that, I thought Cheers was kind of boring, but the scene seemed to get more lively when Kirstie Alley would walk through the door, you know, and Ted would say some crazy shit to her, and then she just look good. She did look good back then, man. I ain't gonna lie, I like to give my props to everybody. What she did? What do you remember Kirstie Alley from? You know, let us know. You said you would have let Kirstie Alley and Roseanne Barr sit on your face. Ooh, you nasty dog, you. That's what you did, huh? I ain't mad at you. Yeah, man, I didn't know that she passed, though. I thought the media would give her more of a send-off, you know what I'm saying, how they do their people. But I just found that out today. I was shocked. I was like, oh wow, Kirstie Alley passed. I didn't even hear anything about it. So moving on, those are all the people we're going to talk that passed in 2022. But hey, I hear that Donald Trump is up to run again. He's running for re-election in 2024. What's your thoughts on Donald Trump running as president? You know, some of the things that trip me out, and I'm not surprised either way, you know what I'm saying? But it just trips me out how, you know, you can get raided and all this shit. Mar-a-Lago was raided in the news, you know, and all this shit. And then you turn around and just run for president. I mean, it must be nice. I'm just saying. I mean, it must be nice to do that shit. You know, shit. Motherfucker said he ain't paid taxes and all that type of shit. Let me not pay no tax. They're going to lock my ass up. I ain't lying. You know, but, you know, I will say this, though, on behalf of Trump, and, you know, I'm not one party or the other. You know, I don't really give a damn, you know, even though I may go vote locally. But one of the things I will say on behalf of Donald Trump is that, man, it seemed like we all started to be able to get some businesses. It was like the red tape was removed a little bit, and it allowed for people to go start businesses. And there's more people doing businesses, small businesses now in Donald Trump's reign than I would say the last few presidents that I've seen, you know. And, you know, I'm a wise dude. I'm you know, my age, I'm in my late 40s, you know. But I ain't gonna get too much into politics because, again, this is the end of the year, so we're gonna have a good time. But tell me what your thoughts are with that. You know, does it seem like there's been that Donald Trump allowed for more small business? Now, you know, Democratic Party say, no, that was us. But the Democratic Party, I'm just disappointed with, you know, because it continues to pacify people instead of build people up, you know. And that's just my thoughts on it. You know, that's just my thoughts. I ain't gonna hold you to it. All right, so moving right along, I want to say this. Being part of the new media, I want to take a moment of a 10-second silence, though, because one of the greatest journalists and news anchors passed this in the last 72 hours, and that was Miss Barbara Walters. You know, and definitely want to say rest in peace to Miss Barbara Walters, respectfully, because she opened the doors to people wanting to even go into journalism. You know what I'm saying? You know, some people may say whatever they say about her, you know, but I'm gonna keep it respectful with her name. But yeah, she did pass away. Two of the interviews that I will always remember her doing is the one with Richard Pryor, and also one of her interviews with Minister Louis Farrakhan. So I'm just saying those names to say, you know, Barbara Walters, she interviewed everybody. I mean, emperors and everybody, and you know, she was real big. Last time we saw Barbara Walters was on the show The View with Whoopi Goldberg and the other ladies that sit around the table. So, you know, rest in peace, much respect to Barbara Walters here from Coffee Talk Podcast. Well, I was done mentioning people that passed away, but you know, I had to get Barbara Walters. And I also want to say that we lost Kevin Samuels, relationship coach, life coach, Kevin Samuels. You know, and dang, I would have loved to have seen Kevin Samuels here doing the great work he was doing for the next couple years. I think it was important. A lot of women supported him more than the narrative. You know, the narrative is like, oh, they didn't care about it, what he had to say, he was mean. That's just because some of those people's nerves got touched. But Kevin Samuels, in his own words, and some of the fans I've seen, saved a lot of marriages and things like that. you know, because women have to be held accountable at times. You know what I'm saying? You just cannot never be accountable and nothing, and everything is the man's fault. Everything, you know. But that's old media. You know, that shit's getting out of here. You know, we're here for the new media, and that's just what we're doing. And that's what it is. We're going into a new era. What are you looking forward to in 2023? Go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know what's on your mind. 2023, I just started back on the treadmill. I want to say that at work, and I like it. You know, 10, 15 minutes walking, what is it, incline, walking uphill. That felt great. And so I owe it to myself to use the treadmill throughout the week, also take the stairs, you know, and I just want to just do what I can, you know, to continue to be positive and continue to work on the body and the mind and just be a good person. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thing, you know. All the partying and all that other stuff is so behind me, man. You know, I just like talking to people. I love intellectual conversations. You know, I love laughter. Laughter is the best medicine. And I love reflecting on things. That's just what I like to do at this mid age. You know, I like to watch sports highlights. I watch more sports highlights than I do the actual sports. I'm not really digging sports no more because of the politics. There's just too much politics in sports. I liked sports back when it was amateur and professional sports, and you know, you competed to win. Now it seems rigged. You can't touch people. You can't call fouls. Look at all the allegations, or not allegations, but just all the things that's happened in sports in the last few years with the World Series. The Houston Astros, where they was allegedly found cheating. To basketball, and politics and sports, you know. Did the great soccer player Pele, did he just pass the other day? Somebody had said Pele passed. I haven't had a chance to do my homework on it. But wow, man, Pele, he's the Michael Jordan of soccer. You know, if you don't know about Pele, definitely check him out. Go on Google and check him out. Pull up his whatever you can, his bio. But check out Pele. Hey, but when I did find out, I thought this, and I'm gonna ask you this question: who would play Pele as an actor if you was directing a movie? Who would play Pele? Yeah, let me know. Leave it in the comments. But anyway, this is Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show, and I am your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA, and this is our cultural variety podcast show. Let's continue on. I got some few questions I'm going to ask y'all too as we get ready to go into the new year. We got what, seven Q&A, 7-question Q&A for our listeners tonight. One of our guests was supposed to be here. They couldn't make it. I would love to have had her because she has such a great personality. Let me see if I can even copy the link to send her. And I'm going to try to send it to her right now just to see if she clicks on it. And if she does, then we can have her on the show. One moment. There we go. Anyway, how y'all doing tonight? Where y'all at? What are y'all drinking on? Leave a comment. Let me know where you are watching Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show. Did y'all go out? Are y'all at the bar? I was going to go out tonight, but I decided I'm going to go to work and make triple pay tomorrow. So I'd rather do that right now. Tonight I'm going to watch a good movie. And I'm talking to y'all. And so that's fun to me, right? Cheers. Got 20 minutes also before the new year. Talk to me. Where you at? What's going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so here's a question I want to ask. Can relationships survive if they start out being advertised on social media? And here's an example. As soon as two single people get together, right, they go right on their social media pages and they say, I'm in a relationship with so-and-so. And there'll be two big pictures of them. You know what I'm saying? And I've always thought that if you air that in social media, then you're already doomed as far as the relationship goes. And I base a lot of that off of the same as when you watch these reality shows. You ever watch the reality show and the two people met on the reality show, whatnot, and they were supposed to have a relationship and the shit failed, you know. And so I'm just thinking it's okay to share what you want to share. But I don't believe you need to announce that you're in a relationship with whoever you found to be a companion with. I'm getting a call in the middle of my show right now. And I can't take that call. Yeah, I know. But here's the question again. The question is, can relationships survive if they start out being advertised on social media? Go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know what's your thoughts on that. Next question. What is a turnoff when you're at the bar or at the clubs? What is a turnoff, ladies? Like if a guy buys you a drink, what is the next thing that he could possibly do that just would just turn you off? You know what I'm saying? Is it the fact that if he buys you a drink, he feels he's entitled to just nag you all night? I don't know. I'm just hurt. You know, I'm just hurt. You know. But what is your turnoff at the bar or at the clubs? Go ahead and leave a comment. The time now is 11:45 here at Coffee Talk Podcast. The New Year's Eve, end of the year 2022 show. So yeah, it's been I want to say 2022 has been a great year for me. Excuse me. Definitely a great year. It's been a positive year, a healthy year. And I can't complain, man. I just try to stay focused with doing positive things. I try to avoid, watching negative shows, and I try to avoid anything that has negative energy. I just don't want it. I don't want to deal with no type of negative energy. I don't want to be carrying anything that makes me feel like I'm victimized. None of that bullshit. So I try to avoid negative energy. And I'll tell you, that's an application in itself. If you really focus on, you hear something negative, you turn the other corner because you don't want to really sit there too long dwelling on that negative stuff. You don't want the negative shit to drain your energy and distract you on the path that you're on and what you're trying to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all going to go through adversity. But, you can't keep shit nagging at you for a long period of time. So you got to shake that shit and keep moving. You got to stay focused to what you are trying to do and who you are trying to become. Also in the year of 2022, Kanye West is looking to acquire the Parliament Technologies. Parliament Technologies is a social platform that actually allows for free speech. It's more of a social media free speech site, and that's crazy how we're talking about that in this age and time, because Everybody should be able to say what they want to say. You know what I'm saying? You know, I understand we live where everybody feels, oh, words cut me and I'm hurt and I'm, you know, come on. You know, a word is only as powerful as you let it be. But if you know that you are great and you are greater than all words because we are the creators of words, then a word should never be able to harm you to the point where you just emotionally just strung out. If you think about it in that way, you know, rewind it if you ain't heard what I just said. But you have to always remember you are more powerful. You are the creator of vocabulary, of words. We are, right? So there shouldn't be no word that can break you. Enough of this victimization shit, just like Kanye has said. But yeah, he's thinking about doing this platform, this media platform, you know, because he has been barred out of so many social media sites. So he's thinking about creating his own. They are meeting here in the fourth quarter. We're now going into the first quarter, if you understand what that means from an economic base. But yeah, I've heard that through a company called Cision PR News. So they reported that. So we will definitely give them their credit. You know. But yeah, we got 12 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the 10 question Q&A. The 10 question Q&A. We're gonna go ahead and ask some questions. Feel free to leave a comment on these questions and what your thoughts are. So let's go ahead and do that, shall we? All right. Here's our question. First question for tonight. What's one bad habit you're trying to get rid of? What is one bad habit you're trying to get rid of? What is one bad habit you are trying to get rid of? Go ahead and let me know. Leave that in the comments. What is one bad habit that I'm trying to get rid of? Fried foods. Yeah, definitely. I just said that the other day. Fried foods is something I want to stop doing. I want to go back because I had a nice run. Like 2016 to 2017, I was off the fried chicken. And then during the COVID, man, the COVID years, I just really just got right back on fried chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? Some good ass fried chicken, but you know, I don't want nothing that's cooked in no grease, you know, going forward. Just trying to live healthy, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, fried chicken is a habit. What is your habit? What's one bad habit you're trying to get rid of going into 2023 or just in general? You know, that is our first question. How are y'all doing tonight? How's the family? What y'all snacking on? What y'all eating on? You know, I got it bad. I got a nice ice cream cone with chocolate and stuff up in the refrigerator. My son wanted to get it. I said, oh, no, you can't have that. That's my snack tonight. Yes, it is. Man, shit, fuck them kids. I'm just kidding. Kids always have snacks. Us adults like snacks too. Don't we? I know I do. What's your favorite snack? Welcome back, Mark. What did Mark say? He said, I need to stop eating out twice a week and just start cooking. So going out to eat while there's food in the crib is my bad habit. Yeah, man. I totally agree with you there, Mark. What do they say statistically? Does the average person spend going out to eat? Is it somewhere in the anywhere between $300 to $400? You know, in a month, just going out to eat. You know, absolutely, because you know we always want to reward ourselves, and some of the great foods we enjoy, you know, doesn't cost that much. But when you're out and you probably want to add something to it, you know what I'm saying? Some of the things I love to eat when I go out to eat. I love goat. Oh, I love goat. I haven't had goat probably in maybe 3 months, maybe. But I love goat. You know, I usually eat it. A good year for me with eating goat is probably be 4 times in that 1 year, and I know I haven't done that in a while. So that's my thoughts. Oh, Mark, you must got. Oh man, you're over there having a good time tonight. You ate all the grandsons animal crackers. I'm gonna call child protection on your ass. Keep playing with me. You're gonna call child protection on your ass. You keep eating all the animal graham crackers. You said I had to let them get soggy in my mouth because I can't chew. Oh yeah, that's right. You got that wisdom tooth pulled. Man, you a trooper tonight, dude. He said, fuck it, I'm gonna chew him anyway. All right, next question. Who would play you in a movie? Who would play you in a movie? They're playing you. You are the storyline, and they are the main actor playing you. You are the main character. All right, let me think. Excuse me. Who would play me? I would say Lawrence Fishburne, Ice Cube, Ghostface. Is that who I look like, y'all? Anybody? No? I got my own distinguished look. I don't know. But those three characters would play me in a movie. In a movie. Who would play you in a movie? Let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know who would play you in a movie. Who's your favorite of the Batman movie series? Do you remember the Batman movie series? You know, I'm a what's that dude? Michael Keaton. He was in the first Batman movie, not the 70s version, but you know, the latest installments. You know, the Dark Knight and all those movies that were made in the last 10 years or so. But yeah, Michael Keaton is my favorite Batman. We now have 6 minutes before it's January 2023. And I just want to say that Coffee Talk Podcast is very grateful, very thankful to have y'all chilling with us tonight, man. This is what we do. We like to do sucker-free shit. You know what I'm saying? We like to enjoy our homes. You know, I want to say this to y'all, and I want to be serious. Through all the noise and all the energy and the vibes throughout our day-to-day, you know, you got to start thinking about the things that you do have and be appreciative of the things you do have. You know, and I was just looking around at my beautiful home like, man, I love my big home, you know, family, you know, things like that, man. It's beautiful, man, because a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people have insecurities. A lot of people don't have trust. A lot of people don't have a drive right now, you know, and they can. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you got to want it. And, you know, it's just, you know, that's just where we at right now. But I'm not going to stay on that. I'm going to keep on moving. We got 5 minutes till 2023 here at Coffee Talk Podcast, the cultural variety podcast show, and I am your host, MISHUMA SABA, M.SABA. It's our cultural variety podcast. Here's our next question. What do you consider your greatest achievements? What do you consider your greatest achievements? You know, some people are probably going to say kids, which that is our greatest achievement if you got some good ass kids. Right? You gotta have some good ass kids. I'm just saying, man. Shit. There's some badass kids out here, man. Oh man, there's some badass kids. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit. But yeah. So what do you consider your greatest achievements? Go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know what you're thinking. Where y'all at tonight? Let me know what bar you at. Let me know if you're doing karaoke. Let me know what you ate. Let me know if your date's breath stink. What are you doing tonight? Wherever you are in the world on New Year's Eve, December 31st, 2022. What are you doing? Or are you at home, chilling, watching a good movie, drinking you some water, some wine, a cappuccino, a coffee, some tea, some beer, whatever you're doing. Anyways, thank you for definitely being here with us here at Coffee Talk Podcast. All right, next question. Would you rather, this is a would you rather question. Would you rather give up sex for a year or your cell phone for a year? Which one would it be? Go ahead and leave a comment. Can you be without your phone for a whole year? Or would you rather just not have sex? You know, some people think sex is overrated. You know, and some people feel like you don't get enough. You know, sex comes in spurts. That's really what it does. It comes in spurts. You go through in your 20s, those are your Roger Rabbit years. You want to fuck everything moving. You're like Humpty Rabbit. That's your nickname, Humpty Rabbit. And then it goes away in your mid 30s, 40s. You start to enjoy long sex versus having sex every day. And in your 20s, you're like, oh, I gotta have it every day, every minute. I'm an Energizer battery bunny, you know. But when you get in your 30s and your 40s, it's more like, nah, I'd rather have long sex versus having it every day. I don't need it every day. I would like to have it long sex. And then it goes away. And then when you start to get it again in your late 40s, you're like, all of a sudden you want to have it all the time. It's like, damn, you feel like you're 20, but with a mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I think right now I'm at my central peak. And it's going to burst if I don't get it. Mark says, at our age, man, sex comes with a mental and emotional connection. So I could easily give it up because it takes a while to find someone to have that type of connection anyways. You're absolutely right there, brother. No question. That's well said right there. No question. No, this is Coffee Talk Podcast. Anytime you come on Coffee Talk Podcast, whether we have a guest or we have viewers such as the brother Mark Kemp, who I give a shout out to, you're going to get some jewels. Yeah, you're going to get some jewels here at Coffee Talk Podcast. But the question was, would you rather give up sex for a year or your cell phone for a year? People ain't giving up no cell phone. Hey, let me see your cell phone, man. Why? You know, people are not giving up their cell phone. You know. Do you think that cell phones is the reason why we don't remember phone numbers? Remember when you would know everybody's phone number by memory? Now you're like, shit, I got to look it up. Let me know. All right, listen. We're going to just do it like this because on my clock, it's New Year's, but we're going to go like this. You think I should bring up the clock? Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the clock. Let's just go ahead and make it official. Give me a second. I will bring up the clock. God, don't rush me. We'll just do a 10-second one, right? But didn't it say, okay, but I'm not ending the show, but I don't have one for 10 seconds. All right, we'll just do it like this. 10, 9, 8. Oh, here we go. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. From us, Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast Show. Happy New Year, man. May all positive energy comfort you and your family. May you be able to continue to grow mentally, physically, and financially. You know, so I just really want to just say that. Hey, Mark, shout out to you, man, and thank you for rocking with me tonight. We got 3 more questions, and we're going to go ahead and end the show, but we got 3 more questions. Mark, you've been great, man. I really appreciate you being a part of our show tonight. Here's the question, people. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given? What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given? The best piece of advice I've been given is this. A wise man once said, once you find something that you enjoy doing, it's no longer work. Once you find something that you enjoy doing, it's no longer work. And that's true, man. That's true. You know, once you find something you enjoy doing, man, you're going, oh, man. You got everything in front of you right there. When you find something you enjoy doing, you know, it's gonna help you financially. It's not gonna be work. Man, that's one of the golden jewels when it comes to that. All right, we're gonna move forward with our next question. Would you rather lick every object you see or be licked by everything you see? I'm going to say that again. Would you rather lick every object you see or be licked by everything you see? The question is almost like the same question. So yeah, that's how it's written. Would you lick every object you see or be licked by every living thing you see? Oh, that's the question. Will you lick every object you see, or would you rather be licked by every living thing that you see? Yeah, it's a corny question. I didn't write it. Mark says his best advice is don't ever burn your bridges unless you have a boat. I know that's right. Because that's really what life's about. It's about networking. And through the networking, you know, you're going to build relationships. And those relationships can carry you, man. You know what I'm saying? In all things, and references and businesses, partnerships, and all things. So you don't want to be burning your bridge. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. A lot of people do that, though. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Mark. All right. Last question of the night. Last question of the night. What's left on your bucket list? What's left on your bucket list? I'll tell you what. For me, on my bucket list, I want to take a round trip, 3-4 day getaway on an Amtrak. I think that would be fun. So you take the train through the United States like the old school days, man. You know, those trains are very luxurious right now. And the price is cool. You know, and you know, go to hit the East Coast or whatever on train and enjoy that. So that's what's on my bucket list. Besides other things, but what's on your bucket list? What's left on your bucket list? You know, I definitely would love to go to Egypt, Kemet. I would love to go there. What else on my bucket list? You know, Are any of y'all married? Where would you like to be married? Is there a certain location, that you would like to be married? Is it a certain environment you want to have if you get married? Or, what's left on your bucket list? Go ahead and let us know here at Coffee Talk Podcast. Mark said he's going to Namibia. No doubt. No doubt. I bet it's beautiful too. I love to go on YouTube and watch tourist shows and stuff like that, man. There's this one show talking about certain people that have been living in the Philippines and stuff and how that is. I think that's great. I wanted to go into the Army back in the 90s. I wanted to go in the Army and then reside in the Philippines after my service. But I didn't go to the Army. No, I didn't do that shit. Well, one of the reasons why is because I just, when it comes to war, if there's people that are not harming me in no type of way, then I don't feel like I'm going to go to war with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man of peace. So when I was thinking about the wars back then, well, I didn't know there was going to be a war back then, because when I was first going to enlist, that was prior to the Libya War. Y'all remember the Libya War? I think that was one of Bill Clinton's first times in office with Colonel Gaddafi and all that era. So, but I always said to myself, if I was to go into the services, armed forces, whatever, that I would have retired in the Philippines. So, but anyway, I want to say this. Thank you for rocking with us tonight on Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast Show. Like I said, we appear 3 days a week. Alternate Sunday, Monday nights is our cultural study nights. And what we like to do, we like to read a chapter or a paragraph. We like to read poetry. We like to go ahead and give big shouts and big love to our ancestors, our doctors, our scholars, our lawyers, our scientists. That's what we do on Mondays. Wednesday night is our sports night. So definitely come on back for that as well. But we're not your typical sports store show. We don't care who won or lost. We like to talk about the different intricacies that go on behind the scenes in the world of sports. And then, of course, on Friday, Saturday, this is normally our social hour, where we like to have guests. We like to play 10-question Q&A. We like to just have a good time. We like to let our hair down. I don't have no hair. I'm bald-headed. But we like to go ahead and just relax, because it's been a long work week. So that's what we do on Friday, Saturday nights here at Coffee Talk Podcast. But I'll tell you this, man, it's been my pleasure. And I want to definitely say thank you to Mark Kemp for tuning into our show tonight. Big shout outs out to you, brother. Happy New Year to you and your family. May all the positive energy continue to comfort you. But I would like to say thank y'all, man, for tuning in, and y'all be safe out there on your way home tonight. I'm about to watch me a movie, eat me some ice cream, and stay sucker free. I'm gonna give y'all the universal peace sign. This is Coffee Talk Podcast, the Cultural Variety Podcast Show, and I'm your host, MISHUMA. SABA. Peace.